Hi. I had a pop up show up, so I couldn't tell what was happening. Hi, Mama Rita here. How are you? I'm actually enjoying the sunset here on my roof deck. And I was reflecting on my week. And, even though I'm going through these beautiful breakthroughs and awareness and acceptance, and I'm showing up and creating these masterclass series and getting other like-minded and powerful women who are also up uh, to wanting to share and create a shift in the world and being in giving generosity. And it's been so empowering and it's been so life-changing. But one thing I wanted to share with you is that I'm in a drift right now. I'm stuck in that pattern that I just broke through. Do you find yourself feeling that way, where you're taking 2 steps forward and 3 steps back, and you I don't know about you, but like the version of me that I don't think lives in here anymore is so critical and judgmental. And when I get to the place where I have these epiphanies and these aha moments, I'm like, oh, yes, that's what I need. I have a breakthrough. Yes, I got a breakthrough. It's beautiful. And then at the same token, I'm having a moment where I'm like, wait a minute. Why do I still feel the same? I'm broken. I'm still responding the same way. I'm still acting the same way. Maybe I left the workshop and I'm not in the room and I don't have the energy and the buzz of being in a workshop. And then all of a sudden, I'm trying to get my phone off of my face here. So then all of a sudden, I go back into being my old ways and I get so down on myself because it's like, man, ¿qué chingados es mi problema, right? Like, what's my problem? I should be able to figure it out. Like, oh my gosh. And so I realized, first of all, that way of criticizing and judging myself was not working. I had the whole world coming down on me. I did not need to be the one coming down on myself as well, because that wasn't working. Like, does punishment work with you guys? Does it work with you? I mean, please, okay. I don't want to talk to the Mr. Grays out there who are going to say yes to that. So the 50 Shades of Grey do not count in this conversation. So please keep it out. Keep it clean in here, okay? I'm mostly talking about that comfort zone. We talk about not wanting to go outside and being risk takers and not stepping out of our comfort zone. But that comfort zone, I don't know about you, but that comfort zone doesn't feel very comforting anymore. It's painful. It's degrading. It is belittling. It is hostile. Hostile AF. I don't know about you. And so I'm sitting here caught up in the weeds of life, finding myself getting curious, not judgmental, not harsh in any way, just curious. What is showing up for me? Where am I not fully showing up in the version of me that I know I am, and that I claim to be, and that I am telling people, right? Like, in order to build trust in the world, you got to honor your word. And integrity is so important when it comes to that, being your word. And it's a funny thing, right? Because I'm better at keeping my word to other people, even though I break my word often. And there are times where now I'm realizing when I actually promise something, knowing already in the back of my mind, and I'm not going to honor that. I was like, I am full of it today. How much caca am I gonna scoop today? Because I just said yes to this person when I know I am not in a place to honor that. But I'm a people pleaser and I need to look good. So I'm just gonna say yes. Because it's better to come up with some kind of random story, which, by the way, when you're lying, people smell it, people can sense it. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And no wonder why we feel so disconnected, like our community is gone. I mean, maybe not everybody feels this way, but I know for a long time I was. And a lot of this because I wasn't being honest with myself. I wasn't giving myself the same self-respect and honoring my word to myself. You know, and it's interesting because in the beginning of this journey for me, I was clear that I wanted a 10-10 relationship in my life with the people around me, my husband, my children, my family, you know, sisters and mother. And all the while I realized that the first person that I should have been on that list was me. And so when I started to actually put in the work and loving myself up, did the transformation begin. Now, the journey is just that. It's a journey. It's not a one and done. It's not an overnight. And I think a lot of the times that's the issue that we have in the society, is that we've gotten so accustomed to having gratification instantaneously in so many aspects of our lives. So when we have to wait for something, or when we have to work for something, we lose interest. We think it's not attainable. We think it's like not worth it. I don't know what we think. What do you think? What is it for you? Comment. Because I can't change people. The only person that I can change, and the only ideas and beliefs that can shift, are the ones that I choose. And honestly, I don't know about you, my friends, but I'm tired of making the same choices expecting different results. And so I finally shifted my identity. And the only way that I was able to even understand who I was to get intimate with myself. And when I got intimate with myself, I realized, wow, I don't have a 10-10 with me at all. I was like a 2 out of 10. And everybody else in my life are like 6, 7, 9s. I don't really think I even have a 9 in my life. Maybe with a pet. Reflect on the relationships in your life right now. How many 10s do you have? How many 8s do you have? Who are they with? Are these people that will come and feel the same way about you? And what's in the gap? What's stopping you from having a 10-10? And then now rate yourself. Where are you on that scale? Are you forgetting yourself? Do you know who you are? Do you know what you want? Being honest with yourself is the first step in honoring who you are. Having forgiveness and grace. Oh my gosh. When those 2 words came into my vocabulary, the healing began. I accepted my trauma. I forgave myself for playing small and for dimming my light because there was a story that got created because of the trauma or because of the people that surround me. I feel like maybe I froze. And sometimes when that happens, it's because you're not ready to hear the message. And I think I'm experiencing that too, where there's so many people so stuck in the drift. That's why it's so strong, it's so powerful, that even someone who legitimately has been going through so many breakthroughs and swore up and down, done, done, can get caught up. And it's the same thing with the leaders out there. I mean, it's gotten to the point where, I don't know about you, but do you trust the people in the world that are leading? Do you think maybe they got caught in the drift too? Like, let's have compassion in the world and understanding what makes people tick. Like, if we actually stopped, paused, and said, let me try to get to understand you first, and much better. Not with the preconditioned thought of thinking how I'm going to respond or how I'm going to relate. No, it's like, let me just try to get it to understand you. Put yourself on that other end, having somebody hear you to try to understand you and ask you all the questions with that intention in mind. Like, what is it going to open up for you? How are you going to feel? I don't know about you, but for me, I'm going to feel seen and heard. I'm going to feel loved. I'm going to feel important. I'm going to feel like I matter and I'm worthy to express myself. Because what I have to say is important. And we don't often feel that. We don't often have people show up in our lives that way. There are people out there like me who are showing up that way, who do see you in your beautiful, loving heart and your light, who see you in all the greatest potentials that you have. Not as a maybe someday, but as a you are now. You just got to choose it. You are it now. You just got to choose it. You are it now. Choose it, my friend. Escógelo. Es tuyo. Tú eres la persona que es aquí para vivir la vida that you always dreamed of, to live that life you always dreamed. You are that person now. You just got to drop the stories that don't serve you. You got to drop those stories and just take the lessons from them. Take what you learned that helped you grow. Not as an armor, not as a tool or a tactic to survive, but to thrive and to say, well, that didn't work. Move on. No judgment, no criticism. Because again, we do not want to be our worst critic anymore. So I invite you guys, if you want to go deeper into really coming home to who you truly are authentically, that joyful, loving, passionate, fun, abundant person that you are, if you want to unlock that person again, join me February 4th on this master class, 2.5 hours of your time where you get to choose you and bridge the gap from where you are to where you want to be. And in these 2.5 hours, you'll have tangible tips and techniques that are going to empower you to choose you every time, to stay in your truth, empowered, loving, worth, everything. You're worthy. You are, and you matter. And so it's a workshop, and that means you get to participate, and that means you get to show up. So the first steps is say yes. Click the link and register. Put it in your calendars. 2, show up. Show up early. Show up with a smile. Show up with your notepad and ready to commit to being full out and playing full out. 3, bring a friend. Don't be selfish and wanting to have this breakthrough alone. Invite your friends, because a community that grows together impacts the world even more profoundly. And the transformation is even more ingrained in who you are, because you have accountability. You have people who are doing it with you that you love, that see you, that know you, and then you also reciprocate that. It's not about getting it better and doing it and ahead of everybody. It's about bringing them up with you as you go up, because you're going to stumble as you go. We all do. All leaders stumble as they go. I just stumbled this week big time, this last night even. I stumbled hard. But you know what? I'm not even bruised. It hurt, and I understood it, and I accepted it, and I was neutral about it, and I said, what did I do to cause this moment in my life? I hear ya. Yep. I wasn't really connected. I wasn't authentic. I didn't express myself. I wasn't my word. I didn't do the self-care. I didn't do the self-love. I didn't meditate today to stay grounded. Like, what is it? What is it that is creating? What is it, those negative patterns that keep creating that space in your life that you feel you can't escape? And it becomes with it just is a choice. Get curious, get underneath it, and then choose. And you have the power. So below here is a link to register for this free workshop, February 4th, 9 a.m. It's online. Bring a friend. Bring a friend and you'll get entered into a raffle for a one-on-one coaching 3-month program with me, where we're going to take your life to the next level and evoke your vision and bring it forward in no time, so that you don't sit there and live idle in your life anymore. Like, how many years and decades have you let go by saying, someday I'm gonna live my life. Someday. Someday is now, my friend. Life is now is the only moment we have. And only moment we have is now. El único momento es ahorita. Este momento es ahora, y ahora se fue. If you didn't already look to see if there's a comment below with the link, what's waiting? Why? My question to you is why? What's the story you're saying about yourself? I know it's about worthiness, because that's what I discovered about myself and the people that I've talked to recently. It's like, really, the basis is not feeling worthy enough or good enough. And I'm here to tell you, honey, that's not your story. That's not the story of this lovely lady that is looking at this screen in front of me. You were told this by the people, like your guardians and your parents too. But it's not the one that you have to listen to. So I invite you to this and be my VIP guest. There's going to be some fun activities and opportunity to build on a community that is based on trust and love and respect. Please take this invitation. Invite your friend, invite your family, because the time is now to rise together, because the life outside can get a little scary, and the life inside, we know how scary that is too. And it's time not to have them be mirrors, because it really is a mirror. The reason why we see the world the way we see it is because it's a mirror to how we are inside ourselves, constantly struggling and fighting and being so mean and ugly. We're so mean and ugly to ourselves. Where are you hijacking yourself? Where are you just abandoning yourself? Where are you ignoring who you are? How are you not loving yourself? How are you not showing up for yourself? How are you breaking your word, and where else is it showing up in your life? Because one thing I learned is how you do one thing is how you do everything. No matter which way you look at it. So before the rest of the year sneaks up on you, it's already the end of January. So before December sneaks up on you, say yes to your life and not making the same decisions. It just takes a choice. And the only choice that you need to focus on right now is saying yes. Register to this event now. Invite your friends now. And have the team and the support structure that will empower you and your community starting now. Until next time, my friends, soy Mama Rita. Please be kind to yourself and others and keep those energies flowing. And I don't know if any of you guys have noticed, but like the more energy work I do, the less my eye cries. I literally hardly ever have my eye cry anymore from all the times that I've done this work. And it works, and it works, and it seems easy, and it seems woo-woo, and it seems impossible. But I am here to tell you, my friends, you're that powerful. All right, let's go. Let's go, Mama Rita's Essentials. If you don't know who I am anymore, Mama Rita's Essentials, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Find a link, find a friend, find you, come home to you. It's time. I love you guys. Bye.